The Sahara Desert is known as the largest hot desert on our planet Earth. However, it hasn't always been this way throughout history. Approximately 6,000 years ago, this region experienced frequent rainfall and had a humid climate. During the era known as the Green Sahara, northern Africa was strikingly different from the dry and barren landscape we see today. But around 5,500 years ago, a significant climate shift occurred, transforming the once lush and verdant area into a hot, inhospitable desert. Since then, the relentless Sahara has continued to expand, with about 10 kilometers of land becoming desertified every year. Can we possibly overcome the scorching sun, extreme heat, and vast sands of this desert kingdom? Hello, everyone. Today, I'm going to talk about a grand project aimed at stopping the spread of the Sahara Desert. Is it possible for humanity to succeed in this ambitious plan? Welcome to our channel. Although we haven't yet found a definitive answer to this question, people have already started creating the Great Green Wall. The Great Green Wall. The idea of halting the Sahara Desert's advance originated in the 1950s when a British biologist, Richard St. Barbe Baker, embarked on a research expedition across North Africa. After traveling 40,000 kilometers and crossing 24 countries, he realized something had to be done about the degraded land in this region. Thus, the concept of the Green Front was born, envisioning the afforestation of a 50-kilometer-wide strip of land to rejuvenate the Sahel region. This concept remained unfulfilled for a long time. However, at the beginning of the 21st century, regional political leaders endorsed the idea of constructing, or more accurately nurturing, the Great Green Wall. They planned to plant trees in a 15-kilometer-wide, 7,775-kilometer-long strip of land intended to stretch across the entire continent of Africa from Djibouti to Senegal. The project officially began in 2007. Algeria's Green Dam. Planting trees across an area of 100 million hectares might seem like an overwhelming task. However, the Great Green Wall has a successful precedent to look to. When the Green Dam of Algeria was first proposed in the 1960s, it seemed like a pipe dream. At that time, Algeria faced the same problem. The Sahara Desert was expanding into northern Africa, causing a rapid decline in arable land. Over several decades, Algeria constructed a 20-kilometer-wide greenbelt stretching 1,500 kilometers from west to east. They planted drought-resistant Aleppo pines across 3 million hectares of land, and esparto grass covered the forest floor. Later, cypress trees and other species were also planted. This project produced significant results in a relatively short period, enabling Algeria to become more self-sufficient in food production compared to neighboring countries. This project has had its ups and downs, with the primary issue being that the plants gradually weakened over time. However, the achievements of the Green Wall of Algeria were evident, prompting the government to allocate $552 million and continue efforts to regenerate the reforested areas. Trees of the Great Green Wall. The success of Algeria's project has been closely studied in regions south of the Sahara Desert, with careful consideration given to the choice of plants. But what should be planted in such nutrient-poor and barren land where nothing seems to grow? The selection of tree species is incredibly important. This choice determines the long-term sustainability of the Great Green Wall. For example, in Senegal, they decided to plant Balanitza gyptiaca, known as the desert date tree. This tree is well suited to arid climates and can survive for over 100 years in such conditions. It can go nearly 2 years with minimal water and still bear fruit even during droughts. While flooding might seem unlikely in this part of Africa, this tree is also resilient to water damage and fires, making it ideal for regions with intense sunlight and extreme heat. Its leaves and flowers are edible, and although the fruit is bitter, it provides food for both people and animals in an area where food is often scarce. Another tree included in the Great Green Wall is Sisyphus mauritania. This fast-growing thorny plant thrives with an annual rainfall of 125 millimeters or more. Its fruit is rich in vitamin C, offering more than citrus fruits and apples, making it a valuable food source for local communities. Another tree species used in the Great Green Wall is Acacia senegal, commonly known as the gum arabic tree. This tree grows in rocky, arid regions and deserts, capable of surviving with very little rainfall. It is inherently resilient and valuable, as it produces gum arabic, a precious raw material. If you've ever had Diet Cola, you've consumed gum arabic. Additionally, gum arabic is used in candies and dairy products. Therefore, this tree was selected not only to combat the expansion of the Sahara Desert, but also to provide a source of income for local people. Nurseries. When it comes to planting vegetation in impoverished and arid lands, one cannot simply shove seeds into the soil and expect them to grow. Doing so would almost certainly result in no sprouts emerging at all. Therefore, nurseries have been established in North African countries where seedlings are cultivated specifically for the Great Green Wall. For instance, Senegal, a leading country in this project, has 9 nurseries, which have collectively planted 12 million trees over the past decade. The men who plant these trees are permitted to harvest and sell the initial crops, making the Great Green Wall a means to combat both desertification and poverty. There are also plantations managed by women, employing approximately 1,500 individuals. These plantations are built on restored lands and play a crucial role in maintaining biodiversity within the ecosystem. The women can harvest fruit for their own use or for sale, providing them with a significant source of income. Overall, this project plays an exceedingly important role in the economic development of one of the poorest continents on Earth. With the creation of new farmland and other positive changes brought by the Great Green Wall, it is expected to generate 10 million jobs by 2030. Not just trees. If you look at a map of West Africa at the border between Mauritania and Senegal, you will notice a stark difference in the appearance of the land. The border is marked by the Senegal River, providing ample water for agricultural use in its vicinity. North of the border, however, lies nothing but desert, with scarcely any rainfall. It's no surprise that the route of the former Paris-Dakar rally ran through this area. During the race, drivers often got stuck in unstable sand or lost their way between dunes, illustrating the harsh conditions. What might be favorable for a thrilling race, however, is unfavorable for plant life. The initial segment of the Great Green Wall runs along the Senegal River. Here, leveraging the proximity to water, concerted efforts are made to restore barren lands that have remained uncultivated for years. The rock-hard soil needs to be loosened and prepared to make it suitable for planting. 2 years later, grass and shrubs start to grow in a corner of the desert where there once was no sign of life. The land transforms into a green patchwork, a testament to human effort, predominantly through manual labor. The laborers' hard work results in the cultivation of crops. Believe it or not, barren plains have already been turned into tomato fields. In some areas, instead of cultivating land in strips, they create crescent-shaped plots with a diameter of 4 meters. It takes a full day's work for one laborer to complete a single crescent plot. But there is a compelling reason for this hard work. If the land is not reclaimed, they will be forced to migrate. Yet, to revive this land, they must toil. A single plot can contain about 7,500 crescents, requiring 150 villagers to engage in intense labor for 60 days. The land is shaped so that when it rains, water infiltrates the ground evenly rather than evaporating and flows into the pits where millet and sorghum are planted. Between the plantations, trenches filled with biomass are dug to facilitate the natural recovery of the soil, and trees are also planted. Thus, when the Great Green Wall consists of rows of trees, beneficial plants for humans are grown in the spaces between them. This well-thought-out layout ensures that river and groundwater are used wisely and that the benefits of rainwater are maximized. Critics of the project argue that such greenery will not alter the climate or increase rainfall. However, they do acknowledge one thing. They recognize that greening the land and yielding abundant fruits has made it possible to retain precious moisture in the soil, preventing wastage of water. Already, 16 million hectares of land have been restored, with plans to reforest another 84 million hectares by 2030, costing $8 billion. We hope that 22 African countries can bring this plan to fruition. What do you think? Please share your opinions in the comments section. If you enjoyed our video and support the plan to stop desertification, please hit like and share this video on your social media. Until next time, goodbye.